It's 29 December 2025. Depending on who you ask, the world is moving faster than ever. AI is taking over, markets are crashing, markets are booming. There is so much noise out there, but right here in this room, it's quiet. And I wanted to make this video to document this year. Usually, this is the part where creators come and show you their revenue dashboards. They show you the cars, they show you the trips. I can't do that because if I'm being honest with you, and most importantly, honest with myself, 2025 wasn't a good year for me. It wasn't a victory lap for me. Instead, this year was a lesson in humility. This year was a lesson about how your comfort zone can destroy everything that you achieved in your life. So, this year broke me, not because of the tragedy or not because of the health crisis or the market crash. It broke me because I let it. I let it broke myself. I learned the most expensive lesson as an entrepreneur. That was the cost of comfort. I was stable. My agency was stable. I looked at my bank account and I looked at my calendar and I took a deep breath. I felt safe. Literally, I felt safe. And that feeling of the safety, that was the beginning of the end. The year actually started perfectly. January, February, March. It felt like harvest. If you remember, I posted a video about how I met a billionaire and how he invited me in January. You know that feeling when you have been grinding for years and you finally see the results of that hard work, and suddenly it starts rolling down the other side. So I was traveling, I was closing deals. It was really nice. I even had a meeting with a billionaire, as I said. I'm not saying that to flex, but I'm saying it because at that moment I felt like validation. It felt like, okay, Vansh, you have arrived. I mean, you belong in these rooms. I was very confident. I was feeling very good about what I have achieved. Here is exactly where I messed up. Around the March or starting of the April, we were on the verge of closing a massive deal. I'm talking about a contract worth in crores. I know it sounds very unrealistic, but that was true. A 1 year contract worth crores, and it was a kind of client that changes your life completely. And my logic, I mean, at that time it seemed so smart, but that was not the best decision. I thought that I don't want to mess this up. I told myself that if we close this, we need the 100% of the bandwidth so that we can focus on the delivery. I can't be distracted by the sales calls, I can't be distracted by the smaller clients, and I need to clear the deck. So I made a decision. We stopped the outreach, we stopped the daily grind that got us to dance in the first place. And that was worse. I started looking at incoming leads and saying no. And if a client was paying at least $2,500, I wouldn't even talk to them. I thought I was being strategic. I was being lazy, or simply saying I got too much excited about the deal. I was hiding behind the idea of a big deal so I wouldn't have to do the dirty work of cold outreach, and I got comfortable. I thought the momentum I built in January would last forever without me adding more fuel to the fire, more fuel to the company, to the process. But I was totally wrong about the decision that I have made. Now, talking about the big deal that worth in crores, it got delayed, then stalled, and then again delayed. It's December and it still hasn't happened. And because I stopped outreach for months, my pipeline was totally empty. You don't feel the pain of stopping sales today, you feel it 90 days later, and that's really true, and that I have learned. And that was the silly mistake. And when that 90-day mark hit, everything dried up. Literally everything. Existing clients churned, and which is natural in the agency world. But usually, you have new ones to replace them. But I didn't because of my decisions. I watch my clients count go from healthy to few, then zero. I had a goal this year, for this year to hit 10k a month consistently. I'm talking about the revenue. So, as I said, I had a goal this year to hit 10k a month consistently, and I didn't just miss that goal, but I went backward. Now I have to start from zero. This is horrible, and I mean, this hits harder than anything. I remember sitting in this chair in September, refreshing my email, waiting for that update that never came, realizing that I have bet the whole farm on the reply, or you can say on a maybe. That was the worst mistake I feel. That was the most silly mistake I feel that I have done. Now, it would be very easy for me to sit here and blame the economy or to blame my team members. It would be easy to blame that big client for stringing me along. I could blame the algorithm or the market saturation in AI, blame on anything, but that's a big lie. That's a big, big lie. Because I'm not lying to the others, I'm lying to myself. It was my careless decisions. I violated the cardinal rule of business, that is, never stop selling. I prioritize my comfort over consistency. I prioritize the ego of wanting only big ticket clients. And I mean, this is important if you are positioning yourself, but you are just hiding in your comfort zone. I'm the reason this was the worst financial year of my career, and I have to own that. If I don't own the failure, I don't get to own the solution. So, what now? What's the solution? I have spent the last few weeks tearing everything down, and I'm done with the journalist approach simply. I'm restructuring everything to focus specifically on a single niche, that is real estate, helping real estate brokers and developers and real estate brands to scale. Why? Because that's where the leverage is. That's where I can actually deliver the results that matters. And if you want to take bigger risk, you need high ticket clients. Simply, why high net worth clients or high ticket clients you need? The reason is, if your services deserve that, if you can bring them best value in the market, then your service deserve that. And simply you will get the leverage to try new things or to bet on new things. But more importantly, I'm changing how I view trying. This is important for me. I was thinking about this concept of probability recently. See, successful people aren't necessarily smarter or luckier. They just understand math better than everyone else. They play the game with probabilities. They understand the math. If you imagine this, if you don't send the batch of 100 emails, the probability of getting a client or a reply is totally 0%, right? It's definitely 0%. But if you send that batch of email to 100 people, the probability might be 1%, but that 1% is infinitely higher than the zero. You have to think that. So most people, blame they blame their luck, they blame their team, they just find the way to blame others. But just imagine this, there is a person A and there is a person B here. The person A thinks about the probability, like he knows how to play the game of probabilities, right? And the person B, he just blamed the system, he just blamed the others, he blamed that he got luckier, he got rich parents, that's why he is not even trying. But the difference between the A and B is simply he's trying to get the probability. So imagine this, if this guy sent, let's say, 100 emails, the probability is 1%. The 1% reply rate he got, he done the other batch of 100 emails, the probability is getting higher to get a client. So now the probability is 50%, he will get a client, and 50% he will not get a client. But still is better than the person B. So that's why you have to play the game of probabilities. You don't have to be the person who just comments on the YouTube video of a guy who is trying to teach you how to get clients or how I got rich, but they don't see the work that they have put, the sleepless nights they have gone through. I don't have a New Year resolutions for you, not for me as well, because the New Year resolutions are just crap. Definitely, the word is perfect for this. The resolutions you set in the New Year, they are just crap. I mean, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. I'm not going to sit here and promise that 2026 is going to my breakout year, or I'm not going to promise I will hit the 50k a month. Words are cheap, honestly. Let's be real. I mean, I will try my best, and I have just wasted a whole year to just learn these things. I mean, come on, man. So this year was wasted in terms of revenue, but it won't be wasted in terms of life, in terms of lessons. If I actually use that lesson, the lesson is simple. Comfort is your enemy, inputs equals outputs, and nobody is coming to save you. Literally, no one is coming to save you. I'm starting from scratch, zero clients, but I have the skills, I have the experience, and I have the hunger back. If you're watching this and you feel like you have fallen behind or you feel like you are not enough, use that. I'm still here and I'm going to work, and you also will going to start the work. There are no excuses from now. From now only, if you watch this video, this is the end. You have to start working from now. All right? So, see you in the next video.